Hello, welcome to another 15 minutes of tangling. So yesterday we picked up on this partially finished project from Project Pack number 8. And I was working on putting Bunzo into the center here, so that's where I will continue today. I'm thinking I want to fill in this center part right here. Just add a few more layers to some of these bunzos until it looks like that center is pretty filled in. Yeah. And then these little spaces here, I think I'm going to put some really small bunzos in there. So starting right here and then working its way out in the opposite direction. But just pretty small. There. So today it's quite windy, and there are 2 squirrels in front of me chasing one another across the lawn. So you might hear a few little bits of scampering here and there, and you might hear a breeze. Also, there's a mourning dove cooing away in one of the trees nearby, so you might hear that. I'm in one of the gardens on UVA grounds. I believe this is considered one of the English gardens. It's just a lovely space. I come here to work on writing quite frequently. Alright, now that we've drawn the outlines for a bunzo, now I like to go in and add in my color. I think I'm going to leave a little line of white down the center to make it look like there's a bit of a shine there. Oh no, my hand, you can't see. Let me see if I can move myself around. We'll try at a different angle. We'll attempt. The sun is shining very bright. There we go. It's a little bit better. This is one of the first gardens I discovered on UVA grounds, and I had just moved here from St. Louis when I discovered this garden. And in my garden at my home in St. Louis, I grew garlic chives. And I was kind of missing home a little bit. I came into this garden and I was feeling a little sad. It was right first thing in the morning. I was just missing home a little bit. I sat down on the bench where I'm drawing right now, and then I looked over, and right next to the bench was a garlic chives plant blossoming. And it just made me feel a little bit more at home. So this is one of my favorite gardens. Okay, strangely enough, I think there's someone in the garden next door either playing harp music or actually practicing the harp. Interesting. It's kind of lovely. Alright. So I had to remind myself, when I'm moving to a new place, I might not immediately feel settled in, but over time, I'll find my special spots. So this garden has become one of those special spots. Okay, I don't know if it's a harp or if it's a guitar. Either way, it's pretty gorgeous. Oh, there's the sunlight again. Yeah, there are clouds, just pretty ominous clouds actually, but they're just rolling on by. So sometimes it's shining bright and sometimes we get the ambient cloud light. We'll have to play with it this afternoon. So as I was thinking about what projects to take on next, I'll finish this tile, but someone asked that I do a Renaissance tile next. So I think as soon as I'm done with this one, there's a Renaissance tile book on Etsy. I'm going to purchase that and then begin working on a opus Renaissance tile using that book. And the book is called Madame Renaissance. So it'll be fun to see where that book is going to take us. Alright, so the next section they said for us to do was here, and we're going to be filling in using this green color, and we're going to be using the pattern Printemps, which in French means spring. Which is a pretty apt name given the shape of this pattern. However, it doesn't mean spring as in like a coiled piece of wire. It means spring as in the season. So again, Zentangle folks having fun with their words. And the special thing about these Printemps was that they added a bit of weight on one edge, on one side of the spiral. The music has stopped, but the wind continues. Right, let's do another one. Yeah, so it looks like Renaissance tile is next up for us. It's nice to know what the next project is. I do have one project, though, waiting in the wings that I just have a few last steps before it's done, so I'll probably throw that one in one of these days just to finish it up. I think I have like a border to finish. I just need to shade a border. Shade and highlight. When I draw Printemps, I never think about what direction the spiral is going to go. I just let my hand do whatever it likes. It'll take care of it. Believe me, sometimes your pen winds up going all over the place and you don't even intend it. It just does its own thing sometimes. There we go. So my last tile that I just finished, I'm wondering, I would like to gift that tile to someone, send it to someone, rather than having it sit around in my apartment. So if anyone's interested, I think it's sometimes kind of nice to send things to folks. So if someone's interested in having the last tile that I just finished, maybe leave a comment and I will contact you and we'll see about if I can just send it your way. I'm part of the Bitty Book or Bitsy Book group. I can't remember which one it's called. But they're so much fun because they have a monthly challenge where they send each other books and then they publish, quote unquote, publish the books on the group each month so that they can share each other's creations. It's just so much fun to share art with folks. So this is not any sort of like attempt to get emails or anything. It's more just I would love to really send my tile to someone so they can have it in their home. So if you're interested, feel free to let me know. Well, I remember last week I was saying how I really wanted some color. Maybe this is filling that need for color. Usually when I want some color, I'll put color in my backgrounds. I'll like watercolor wash or something. But maybe we'll see how I feel after this. Maybe this is the bit of color that I wanted. Alright, there's one side. It's a bit of a challenge tangling outdoors, but it also adds a lot of really good memories to a tile. So when I look at the tile that I just completed, I get to think about all the neat places I went when I was tangling that tile. Any of these outdoor adventures, even though they might present a bit of a challenge, make pretty good memories. It's so nice to have this 15 minutes of drawing time each day where I get to slow down and not think about anything else, unless I want to. It feels like very similar to when I'm practicing my meditation or doing mindfulness practice. So I'm at UVA studying for my PhD in developmental psychology. I was a teacher for 14 years. 2 years of that was in public education, and the rest was in Montessori education. So I've done a little bit of reading about how mindfulness practices affect our development, particularly in children because I was a teacher, but also in adults, and how mindfulness is related to having a mindfulness practice can be related to subjective and psychological well-being. So maybe one of these days I'll refresh myself on the articles I read and share them with you while I'm drawing to get an idea for what are some of the benefits of this drawing practice that we have. of doing a little time each day in the here and now, doing our drawing, slowing down and just focusing on the task at hand. All right, so there's our 15 minutes for today, and we'll continue on with these Printemps tomorrow. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Oh, there's the church bell. Perfect, right on time. Bye-bye.